So today we are going into my basic makeup routines. Yeah, I love to slay most of the time when I'm not looking this homeless. And I believe that looks are very important. You understand me? So I don't joke with my looks regardless of my condition. I always make sure I slay. So if you're somebody who wants to just know how to do your basic makeups, or you want to just know my basic everyday makeup routines, you're welcome. Let's dive straight into it. Let's start with the products. So I have my basic makeup kit. You can go for your basic makeup kit. You can also decide to go for the detailed one. Okay, so let's start. I always have my wipes. Smells nice. Then my moisturizer. Always make sure to moisturize your face. Okay, so that's my moisturizer. Then my oil block. For people like me, I have a very oily face. Okay, so I always make sure I use my oil block. I have my foundation. I have my beauty blender. Very soft. My powder palette. This has lots of colors, lots of shades, lots of tones. So if you want the contour, if you do more detailed makeups, you know how to go about it. My favorite, my eyeshadow palette. See, you can see I use it a lot. Into the brushes, I have my foundation brush, I have my powder brush, and my eyeshadow brush. These are my 3 basic brushes I use. Now, most of the time, I believe in the eyes. You have to make sure your eyes are always looking sharp and snatched. Usually when I'm stressed, regardless of what's going on with my eyes, once I give myself a beautiful eyelining, it covers up the stress and everything. I look so sharp and sexy. Look, my mascara. Then my 2 favorite lipsticks. I have a red and a nude. Here I have brown pencils for my eyebrow. It's a no-no to use black pencil for your eyebrow for me. Okay, the brown is always the best. For a 3D effect of the eyebrow, I have a darker shade of brown and a lighter shade for the eyebrow. For people who love to have snatched brows, yeah, here we go, the concealer. So I have the suede and I have the toffee. You need to get the concealer according to your shade, your tone, your skin tone. So there are days naturally you get darker, there are other days you get lighter. So depending on which the weather, the atmosphere, and how your skin is reacting, the tone, then you decide what to use. But for today's basic makeup, I'm not going to be using the concealer. Okay, now that I've introduced you to my basic makeup kit and products, let's get into it. Let's go and makeup. Some of you have skincare routines, others don't. Facials. I don't really have a special skincare routine. I don't have facials, morning, evening. If you have some already, great, continue with it. But me, what I just do is I hydrate a lot of water, at least 3 liters a day. And always make sure that your eyebrows are groomed. So when you have to draw your eyebrow, is pretty easy. Okay, make sure it's trimmed, and I use the spoolie or the brow brush to organize my brow. But today I'm not going to do any trimming. I'm just going to go into the makeup routines. Also, please, bath. You should take your bath a lot. At least twice a day is fine. And when you make up and you come back home, always make sure to clean off your makeups and freshen up before you go to bed. It's very important. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's start with the skin preps. With my oil block. Usually with this, after applying it, you have to leave it to dry or fan to dry. I don't have the hand fan here today. So, but for the sake of the video, so I don't take much time, I'm going to make good use of this. This is what your skin will look like. See how my face is looking dry already. Now, onto the moisturizer. I'm going to apply my moisturizer. This is no posh nothing, okay? Nothing posh, just basic. One of the best makeup tools you can think of are your hands, okay? It covers, it gives you full coverage. Now apply a generous amount of foundation, okay? I usually don't like my makeup looking so heavy. Sometimes I use my fingers to tap. Like I take a bit all over. I mean, hey, you are just doing something for yourself. Feel free. Nothing bougie. So you tell me, hey, Cheryl, I don't have this, you have that. Okay, so let's spread the foundation across. Then the beauty blender, okay? Just to blend in your foundation nicely into your skin. And always make sure to buy the best brands, if not best, the good brands of makeups to avoid getting acne and some skin problems, okay? When you invest in the correct quality makeup brand, apart from the fact that it's economical because just a little spreads across, you get the quality feel, quality look. Now, usually after my foundation, I go straight into my brow. So I'm going to just draw one for the sake of the video. So I love my eyebrow act mostly. So first of all, I do the outlines, okay? What you call the skeletal work, top and down, to get the shape I want out. And this is easier because I've already groomed my eyebrow, I've trimmed it. Then I come into the inner and shade it. I fill it out, okay? Because I already got the perfect outline that I want act. All right, see? And most of the time, this part of my eye here, it should meet here. So when you draw your tail and it's here, depending on you though, once I have my tail connecting this way, here, the pointed edge, I'm good to go, okay? I can fill it in a bit more. For the 3D effect, so I use the lighter shade to do this. I'll use the darker shade to just darken up the outer lining of my brow, okay? So I get that pop effect. I want my brow to pop. See the difference between this and this? You see the 3D effect here? It's looking a bit tinted here and darker here, sharper here, you see? And I heard eyebrows are not twins but sisters. So, and one of the most basic things to consider when doing your makeup are your eyebrows. Once your eyebrows come out right, your face will definitely go on right. Check out my brows. Hey. Onto the face powder palette. So here, you can choose any tone that works for your skin. You see, we have the highlights, extra light, light, medium light, caramel, medium, chocolate dark, deep dark. Usually I use the caramel and medium. I mix it up a bit. But days that my skin gets lighter, I go to a bit of the light and mix it up with the medium. So for today, I'm gonna do the medium and then the caramel, okay? And I'll do that before my eyebrow and before my eyeshadow, sorry. Because foundation is sticky, I apply my powder first before I apply my eyeshadow. Okay, the look is coming together. Now, let's go to the eyeshadow. You can choose any shade that works for you, depending on your outfit. Okay, for me, my eyeshadow selection is always based on my outfit. I select my choice based on my outfit. Sometimes I contrast, sometimes I want the same. So let's use my favorite. I love me some browns. Okay, so I'm going to mix two shades, the browns and then the fire. Looks like burgundy. Just for clarification, this is my browns and that is fire, the burgundy like. But on this palette, the browns is sexy, okay? And the burgundy is fire. Let's apply onto the next eye. Okay, now my fire takes its corner stand. So that's a two-toned eyeshadow I'm giving here. Okay, the louder bit inside. I don't know if you can see the shade properly. Ensure you clean your brush before you dig into the next color if you have just one eyeshadow brush like me. So I need a bit of this bright gold to pop my eyebrow, okay? So that's why I cleaned it, so I don't have the mixture of the color. I'm going to apply just a little here, just a little, then here as well, just to pop it up, pop it up. Okay, look at me now, look at me now. Let's go into the eyelining. Okay, so I start from the inner all the way to the outer. I extend it a bit to get the cat tail. I'm going to concentrate on perfecting one eye just for the sake of the video. Okay. Can I grasp? And drag this. Check it out. So I go on to the next eye. You have to take your time in doing this so you get the perfect lining. I'm always particular about my lining because sharp eyes are sexy eyes. I want you to stare into my eye and see the sexiness and the confidence, okay? All right, almost there. I want to make sure it's as thick as the previous and even the length. All right, so that's my eyelining. Usually you can use your liquid liner or black pencil for your eyelining, the lower eyelining. Usually I love to use my pencil because it's safer for me. Some of the liquid liners, depending on what product you're using, can be quite harsh and it may get you teary. So I always like to use my black pencil for my lower lid lining. It gives you sharper look. Some like to use colored. Once in a while, I think I do that too. You play around the white and all, but today I'm using black. Okay, now onto the mascara. I do for the top and the lower lid. Our final makeup for the day. I love my red Milani lipstick. It's just like Ruby Wood. So I didn't get Ruby Wood, and I got this wonderful Flawless Option. So yeah, make sure your lipstick is taking the shape of your lip. I try not to get my lipstick out into my lip lining. Okay, there's your lip lining. You see, sometimes you can use the pencil if you have a brown pencil, wine pencil, any tone of pencil you like that is similar to your lip lining, you can use to line your lip. Don't forget to apply your setting spray. This will help your makeup last longer. Now, let's go for the wig. Let's top up the icing of the cake. My Shupido wig. You should invest in wigs, quality wigs for that matter, okay? I have a couple of them. In one of my segments, we will discuss the type of wigs, basic wigs you should have. I mean, it's not every time you can go sit in the salon and spend your whole day trying to look good with your hair. But if you have some couple of quality wigs, you just wake up, toss on one, and you are good to go. You understand? So this is my final look. Simple. So there's a simple, everyday, basic makeup you can just put on just to look good when you're stepping out. Thank you, as we've come to the close of today's makeup session and skincare tips. Like, subscribe, and share. Till then, see you next time. I remain Cheryl DeWalt.